What up YouTube, your boy the Flying Spanner here. Today we have an airport update, and I've just realised this room, it's very echoey with the door closed. Normally I have the door open and it's kind of alright, but really echoey. There's so much of a difference it makes. I only shut it to stop the cat coming in. Okay, that's so much better. It sounded really weird then with the door closed. So, in this update, we are, oh great, and the cat's already in. No, off. Oh, poor kitty. Right, removed. Right, doors closed. I'm going to sound echoey for this video. And by the way, I could edit this video and cut that out, but where would the fun be in an airport update without a cat trying to rampage the airport? So, in this update we have, well, no new models. I kind of haven't adjusted it to like a recent kind of the flights and what's actually operating in the UK and what's not, but it really minds. I'm kind of so happy with the news that there's potential of international travel again in May for us in the UK, which fingers crossed if it goes well, be a relatively normal summer anyway. So in this video, it's kind of, what time is it? It's about 7 o'clock on a Thursday, and we've got a couple new routes. So as I go around them, I'll explain to you. So let's start off the update, and we have just arriving in from Stockholm Arlanda. We have our Scandinavian A320 Neo in the old scheme. This aircraft, well, is operating in from Arlanda. I will be selling this model on eBay, I believe. I haven't quite made up my mind, but I'm thinking of selling it anyway. I'm selling my two United 757-200s in the Herart colour schemes. They're going to be for sale, well, they are for sale now, with the user under Potboys. So if you search that, you'll find my models. Then just parked up, we got the 3 stored aircraft, so the 2 Jet 2s and an EasyJet. So Jet 2 now aren't flying until the 17th of May at the very earliest, which I would sound surprised, but I'm not. 17th of May is when the next travel review comes on, so fingers crossed. Then they'll be operating and kind of doing a summer. And EasyJet around the same, they're not really operating any flights apart from the little A320 that does like Belfast and domestic routes. So next to that we have a Virgin A350 1000. So if I go around, because the sun's hitting that on the complete wrong angle, that's much better. I've got the 350 1000. This aircraft's currently operating a new route, and they're kind of doing I think it's, I can't remember what they're picking up. They basically head down to Seoul, and then while they're down in Seoul they do a day of jumping around to Xiamen and then come back to the airport. So that's a new route for us, and it's something a little bit exciting. Well, let's say it's something a bit different anyway. So that's operated, I think, 3 times a week on a Monday. Sorry, twice a Monday, I can't remember when. Monday, Thursday, and then I think Saturday or something, I'm not too sure. Next up we have a bit of action in the TUI camp. So the TUI 737 MAX, this is due to be going on a test flight next week, so that's just being repositioned so the engineers can do all their tests and do whatever's needed, and they get the prime slot, whereas the 73 will be sat there for another couple of weeks before it flies again. So that's kind of taking main position, and we're just trying to keep this stand empty just in case anything is needed and there's any use for them. So there's a little bit of action going out over there. Then starting at the terminal, we have our Cathay Pacific A350. This aircraft's operating Hong Kong. It's got about an hour and a half to go, so the cater's just finishing up and the baggage will be going on soon. Next up we've got an Etihad 787-9 in the Formula 1 scheme. This aircraft is operating to Abu Dhabi, and that's in pretty much the same state as what the Cathay is. Then just on remote, well, I would say on remote, just parked up for a fair while. This Virgin A350 1000 arrived in from Los Angeles a couple hours ago and will be heading out to Lagos about 10:30 tonight. Then we have the Alitalia A320. So I'm not too sure. I heard a bit in the news about Alitalia and they might be rebranding. It should be a shame because I really like this scheme. I think it's really nice and modern. Goes really well. This aircraft is operating down to Milan. And next to that we got a Air France A320 which is just arrived and then is deboarding from Paris Charles de Gaulle. Then we have on our cargo kind of apron the parked up EasyJet 321. Once again it's in the same stage if we don't know when that's going to be flying at all. Might do a couple laps and come back, but we're not overly too sure. But next to that we've got a DHL 757. This aircraft arrived in about an hour and 10 ago, and this aircraft will be heading out to Leipzig. Then just arrived in from Dusseldorf. We have the wonderful Eurowings A320. This is by Herpa, and this aircraft arrived in from Dusseldorf, as I said. Then going down the final few, we have the Korean 777-300. This aircraft's got about 10 minutes to go on the turn, and this will also be heading out to Seoul. So that's the new service, but I've only shown it once before in an airport update. Next to that, we have just deboarding, just being cleaned and catered and stuffed. We've got the Iberia A350-900. This aircraft's heading down to Madrid. Then final two, we have the Finnair A350, which is pretty much the same as the Iberia, but freight's going on. This aircraft will be heading down to Helsinki. Then finally, just taxiing to the active, we've got the beautiful, the high-fly A330 Neo, which is heading down to Islamabad. So, with that said, there's not really too much going on in the well, there's a fair bit more than normal, I'd say, in an update. Loads of heavies, making use of the double wide body stands. I have started kind of doing a little area on here, making that into like a Donata cargo area. I just need to make the building, and once that's done, it will be good. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this update. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a very good weekend. And as always, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. So, adios, and goodbye.